Hi, guys. So, today I want to talk to you guys a little bit about irrational thoughts. And this is a topic that I feel very strongly about. For a long time, I struggled with a lot of irrational thoughts, and I hope that you guys are blessed by this. I know that there's a lot of people that may struggle with thoughts that are not always so logical or rational. So, that's what we're going to be talking about today. So, irrational thoughts are thoughts that really are not based on logic, they're not based on evidence, they're based on maybe your feelings or past experiences, and they cause you to not achieve your goals, right? Because you get so stuck on the thought that you create this anxiety and this fear and this craziness inside your head that it just doesn't allow you to move forward and to do what you need to do. So for a long time, I was a victim of that. And I felt like, and I still struggle with this sometimes, right? I won't do something, or I'll be afraid to do something because I'm afraid that, I have thoughts that people don't like me, or people are going to laugh at me, or people are going to think I'm stupid, or what I say doesn't matter. So there had to come a point in my life where I had to realize that these thoughts that I was having were not based on reality. These thoughts that I were having were not based on logic. These thoughts that I was having, was not true, were not rational. And so I had to sit down. What I did one day was that I sat down and I just started making a list of all these negative thoughts that would attack me, right? All these negative thoughts that would just envelop me. And these thoughts come from the inside, right? They come from your heart, from how you feel inside. And I started to think, I started to make a list. It was a long list. Like, I don't matter. What I say doesn't matter. I'm not good enough. I'm not pretty enough. I'm not smart enough. I'm not well spoken. And I started writing these things down, and I just started to see them, right? And then I started to counter attack these thoughts with positive ones, right? And I started to say, well, I say that I'm not good enough, but when I do something, so many people tell me you're really good at this, right? I say I don't matter, but yet I have so many people calling me and telling me that they miss me, that they love me, that they can't wait to see me, that they wish I were there. And so my reality is contradictory to what I'm telling myself about myself. I think I tell myself, I'm stupid or I can't, but my reality is that, in school I got good grades, and when I learn a new skill, like if I apply myself well enough, I'm able to master it. So where are these, where's the disconnect, right? So sometimes in our childhood, right, we grow up maybe with parents who tell us that, oh, stop the whining, or stop the crying, or stop the complaining, or just shut up, or just be quiet. So we learn to feel like my feelings don't matter, or I have to be quiet, or I have to, just swallow this up, or I have to, not vocalize how I feel. And we carry that into adulthood, right? We carry that into adulthood, feeling that we can't be vocal about how we feel, or that, what we really want to do, or our hopes or our dreams are not just good enough. And so for a long time, like, I wanted to started to do these videos, or I wanted to, be more active in church, or I wanted to be more active in just my community. And I wouldn't do it because I was afraid. I was afraid of what people were going to say, or I was afraid of how people were going to perceive me, or I was afraid of, just the response that I was going to get from people. But when you stop thinking about how people are going to perceive you, and when you stop thinking about how people are going to accept you or reject you, and you start doing it just because this is your passion, and this is because what you love to do, you'll be free from that, right? You'll be free from that, because what's the worst that can happen? People will call you ugly. People will laugh at you. People will, criticize you. Okay, but there will still be people that will cheer you on. There will still be people that are going to appreciate what you do. There will still be people that, and those are your people. Those are the people that you need to gravitate towards. Those are the people that you need on your side. Those are the people that you need to, just keep in your corner, so that you can continue to grow and do what it is that you need to do. So these irrational thoughts, again, they're not based on logic. They're not based on evidence. They're based on your feelings, right? And feelings can change day to day. You can wake up cranky and something will happen in the middle of the day that it'll change your whole day around, and all of a sudden you'll be happy. Or you could wake up happy and something will happen a couple of hours, couple of minutes later that'll just change your whole mood around. You can't live your life based on feelings. You have to live your life based on facts. You have to live your life based on, what is in front of you. You have to live your life for the moment and for the day, right? If something didn't go right for you right now, don't worry about how you're going to resolve it tomorrow. Worry about how you're going to get through the next 2 minutes, right? How you're going to get through the next 2 hours. And that is how you're going to be able to continue to grow and to move forward. That is how you're going to be able to continue to, be bigger and better. So I encourage you guys to just be able to identify those negative thoughts that maybe you've been struggling with for a long time, and for you to write them down on a piece of paper. And for every negative thought that you have, write something positive about yourself. Find someone that, pay attention to when people compliment you. Pay attention to when people, because we focus so much on the negative things that people say to us or about us, that we tend to forget or to not pay attention to the positive things that people say about us. And so the negative, holds a lot of weight sometimes in our lives, but that doesn't make it true. Just because somebody says something negative about you, it doesn't make it true, right? You are so much more than what people look at you as, or what people think about you, or a negative experience that you may have had. You're so much more than that, right? You are amazing, you're wonderful, and it's so important for you to look at yourself in the mirror and tell yourself these things, right? Because you have to be your number one supporter. You have to be your biggest cheerleader. You have to be your biggest fan. Because if you don't do it for yourself, you can't expect anybody else to come do it for you. Or if you're expecting somebody to come do it for you and you're depending on somebody to do it for you, the day that person doesn't come through, your whole life is done, right? So you have to learn how to depend on you. You have to learn how to work for you. You have to learn how to build yourself up. And you'll see that little by little, day by day, as time goes on, you will build that confidence, and you will learn how to dominate those negative thoughts and how to replace them with positive ones, so that you can be successful and achieve the goals that you want to achieve in life. So I hope that this has blessed you, and I hope that you guys continue to fight and to work hard for your goals and your dreams, and know that you can do all things through Christ that strengthens you. Amen.